Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all? Hope you're all doing fine. So this video I'm going to discuss about a medical condition that I was recently diagnosed with, that is known as nasal polyps. So this particular condition is, I think, very common. As per Google, I have noticed that it is a very common illness. So where a benign tissue grows in the lining of the nose, that is over here or here, around your nostrils, and it actually also swells the lining, that is the lining of the nose of your nose, and causes nasal congestion on both the nostrils, and also it grows on your nasal cavities as well. On so the nasal cavities are spread across your face over here, here, and even here. So due to this, an individual experience difficulty in breathing, not that respiratory syndrome which COVID gives an individual after it infects a person. So this is totally different from the difficulty breathing which I am talking about. So it is basically a nasal congestion on both your nostrils, as a result affecting your quality of your life, and as well as it causes sleep apnea. And so I had gone through some tests like CT scan, MRI scan, which concluded that the percentage of my nasal polyps tissue has gone on to a stage 3, which means there was 90% of blockage, just 10% was remaining. So I should have treated this long back, but unfortunately, I remained oblivion about the condition myself. But however, recent times when I started having gastric issues, a condition again known as GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease is what you call it. This particular condition I also simultaneously had developed along with, when I was unaware of me having nasal polyps, which is a very which is not a life threatening condition, but it is definitely a thing that will worry an individual if he is leaving it unnoticed, or if he is leaving it untreated. So is what I was trying to say. And it is a very discomfort creating disease, okay, creating illness. And an individual suffering from nasal polyps condition uh, will make it worse if he gets in contact with COVID. That is nothing but a COVID infected person, along with this nasal polyps condition, can make his life worsen even more. So it's better people who are already suffering from nasal polyps condition avoid going out a lot, and because this normally occurs due to a cause known as allergic rhinitis, otherwise known as rhinosinusitis, which is more commonly called in recent times. So that is nothing but allergy from a dust pollen, or food allergy. Basically, any sort of allergy can cause this condition, but still, proper cause is still unknown to doctors and scientists. So basically, there are ways to control this. Like there is medications, and also there is a steroid nasal spray that doctors recommend, and that is only when your normal medications, if it does not work, like because in my case it has gone to a level of stage 3. So doctors have recommended me a surgery. I think it's known as polypectomy, and another one is known as sinus endoscopy. So both these processes target the same, removal of polyps via surgery. And and the and another way of detecting this minute polyp tissues is actually inserting endoscope. Okay, it's a tiny endoscope, otherwise a tiny camera they put inside your nostrils and detect the size of the polyps. So that is also a way of detecting it. So for me, they used all these methodologies. Okay, I went through a CT scan, MRI scan. Also, they inserted a small tiny endoscope camera, which detected the size of the nasal polyps that I have at the moment. And uh, and again, it's a very discomforting situation that I'm going through. So since I also have another syndrome that is known as GERD, which is very common recent days, with almost every, at least 95% from a group of 20 members will definitely have this GERD symptom, which is gastroesophageal reflux disease, which you call it. And a person also having symptoms of GERD, I mean, it also was along with nasal polyps, is going to make your life more worse, is what I was trying to say. Because GERD also causes difficulty in breathing. So one of its symptom is also to cause breathing difficulties. So, for example, the gas within your intract, it actually moves on to your windpipe, and as a result causing breathing difficulties. So both the conditions I'm currently going through, which is GERD as well as nasal polyps, so which has made my life worsen. And also with the medications that doctors have prescribed has not helped much in my case. However, when I put nasal sprays in the form of steroid sprays, it definitely helps, but just for momentary. So like if I put the nasal spray now, I may get relieved for let's say 12 to 24 hours max. Max is 24 hours, and again I start getting the nasal congestion. That is, both the nostrils are blocked. As a result, I am unable to breathe. So it's a very difficult situation and condition. So if anyone of you guys are suffering with this problem, you can relate my difficulty, what I'm going through. And so my motive of this video was to share about what this disease is. And I think I was surprised to see it is very common amongst people, but it will be okay. Like if you have the nasal polyps in initial stages, like if it is a very small one, stage one stage, it will be very it is not a painful tissue at all. So it is painless tissue, does not harm you, but in an indirect way it affects your lifestyle. That is, it does not allow you to sleep properly, and night sleep gets affected. And also you have this condition where you can't breathe properly and get the enough oxygen onto your lungs and other respiratory organs of your body. So that's going to cause a lot of that's going to impact your lifestyle actually, basically. So it's always you take the right decision and get doctor's advice immediately, and seek the necessary plan of actions. For me, surgery has been recommended. Almost I have visited 4 to 5 hospitals, and all the hospitals and all the doctors have stated the same: I need to undergo a surgery known as polypectomy. So, and also I am also having a nasal septum deviation, so which also is a condition, so where the lining of the nose is slightly bent or deviated. And so that has nothing to do with this particular condition, but it's just an abnormality. However, along with this medical procedure, even that gets corrected and rectified, is what doctor stated to me. So I'm firstly, because another thing is that even after a surgery, there is high chances of the this polyps recurring or regrowing back. So that is also implication that needs to be looked after before opting for a surgery. And before going on for a surgery, it's always best to follow the medications, right medications. Tablets, steroid tablets is most recommended by doctors. And along with that, steroid sprays are also I mean, it's called as corticosteroids, steroid nasal sprays. So that is also recommended. So it will be more effective if you take both. But however, I think I also heard that it should not be used for a long term. It's just to delay the surgery if your polyps are at a huge size. If it is small size, I think steroid sprays are more than enough to shrink the polyp size and bring your life back to normalcy. uh, so for me, I'm not sure like what to do. So the moment I am trying to do some physical exercises and some rigorous cardiovascular exercises to probably maybe cut down the size of the polyp, and I'm trying to bring the stage 3 down to stage 2 or stage 1 maybe. At least I think definitely exercise is a very good option for any disease. If you're doing regular exercise, I think that should do it in most cases. Since my age is not that much, so I would not prefer surgery. Rather, I would try to resolve it using medications or change of my lifestyle in the form of regular routine of exercises and food habits. So that's how I am planning to go by. And if you find this video helpful, please hit the upvote button and don't forget to subscribe my channel for further updates on my new videos. Please do hit the bell icon along with the subscribe button. And until we meet in the next video, stay safe, eat healthy. Cheers, tata, bye bye.